When do you think humans first started smoking? Was it with modern cigarettes? Was it with European trade routes? Or was it with ancient tribes passing a pipe around a sacred fire? The answer may go much further back than that. Before cities, before farming, before writing, before civilization itself. The story of inhaling smoke may have begun with something far older. Fire. Around 1 million years ago, your ancestors sat beside the first controlled fires. To them, fire was not just light, it was survival. It pushed back predators. It warmed the body. It turned raw meat into food that was softer, safer, and easier to digest. But along with fire, something else entered the human body: smoke. At first, they were not smoking. They were simply breathing. They sat in the darkness, gathered around the flames, inhaling smoke from dry grass, leaves, bark, seeds, roots, and whatever plants happened to fall into the fire. And then something strange happened. Not every plant burned the same way. Some only created a harsh smell. Some made the eyes sting. But others changed the mind. Maybe the body felt lighter. Maybe fear became softer. Maybe the darkness felt less threatening. Maybe the images inside the mind became more vivid. Your ancestors did not know about brain chemistry. They did not know about nicotine, cannabinoids, dopamine, or the endocannabinoid system. But they knew the feeling. And humans are very good at remembering feelings. If one kind of plant made the night feel safer, made pain feel smaller, or made the group feel closer together, they remembered it. Then one day, inhaling smoke was no longer an accident. It became intentional. A handful of leaves was chosen. A certain seed was saved. A familiar smell was recognized. A certain smoke was expected. And from that moment, humans were not only using fire to cook food. They were using fire to touch the mind. Archaeology shows that this story is ancient. In the Pamir Mountains of Central Asia, researchers found direct evidence of cannabis being burned in funerary rituals around 500 BC. This matches, in a remarkable way, the writings of the Greek historian Herodotus, who described the Scythians burning hemp seeds inside enclosed tents, creating thick smoke that brought them into a state of excitement and altered awareness. But cannabis was only one part of the story. In the Americas, tobacco had a much deeper history than most people realize. Before 1492, Europeans had almost no knowledge of tobacco. But for many indigenous communities in the Americas, tobacco was not a casual pleasure. It was sacred. It was a bridge to the spirit world. It was a prayer given physical form. Smoke rising into the sky was not just smoke. It carried messages to ancestors, spirits, the land, the sky, and the unseen forces that ancient people believed were watching over them. Even more astonishingly, in the Great Salt Lake Desert of Utah, scientists found the remains of wild tobacco seeds in an ancient hearth dated to around 12,000 years ago. 12,000 years. What does that number really mean? It means humans may have encountered tobacco long before many of the first civilizations appeared. Before the pyramids, before writing, before the wheel, before kingdoms and empires. The habit of inhaling smoke was not born in a factory. It was born beside a fire. But ancient people did not smoke the way modern people do. They did not pull out a cigarette because they were bored. They did not smoke constantly during short breaks. They did not treat smoke as an everyday consumer product. For them, smoke had three deeper meanings. First, spirituality. Smoke exists between the physical and the invisible. It has shape, but it cannot be held. It is born from earth, plant, and fire, then rises into the sky like a thin, fragile spirit. That is why, in many cultures, smoke became the language of ritual. People burned herbs during prayer. They inhaled smoke during healing ceremonies. They shared pipes to confirm trust, promises, peace, or connection between groups. Second, medicine. Long before smoke became a symbol of addiction, it was often seen as medicine. Ancient Egyptian medical writings, including the Ebers Papyrus, recorded methods involving herbal smoke. Ayurvedic medicine in India also developed traditions of inhaling herbal smoke through pipes to treat breathing and respiratory problems. Even ancient Greek physicians experimented with smoke as a form of treatment. Today, we can look back and recognize that many of these methods do not match modern medical science. But for ancient people, they were serious attempts to understand the body with the tools they had. They observed, they tested, they remembered, they passed the knowledge on. Third, social bonding. Imagine a small prehistoric group sitting inside a cave or around a fire on a cold night. Outside, there are predators. Inside, there is